Ding dong. Ooh, hello. Hi, y'all. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Monday. How's it going? What's up, y'all? It's the start of a new week. Are you ready for a new week? Are you ready for a good time, a good moment? Hey Katya, how's it going? Hope you're doing lovely. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I'm excited. We're very close to the end of Persona 3 Reload. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to do the damn thing. Today we're gonna be, as the title of the stream suggests, we're gonna be yapping and climbing up Tartarus. So it's gonna be a lot of dungeoning today, but we shall yap. It's the best time to yap. It's when you're playing an RPG and you get to you know, talk about life as you're destroying vicious creatures who are trying to kill you, you know? Like, that's the best time. That's the best time to catch up and stuff, you know? That's what I think anyways. So let's get into it. But yes, how are y'all doing? I hope that you are feeling good. If not, I hope that I can maybe distract you a little bit from life's troubles and tribulations. We are basically where we start. We're not basically where we started. We're back in Tartarus. We're in the final stretch of this game. We have 28 days in the game to get to the end of Tartarus. So obviously, that's the only thing I can focus on at the moment. So, we will be doing some climbing on this day. I think my current strategy is to get me one of the weakest team members and one of the strongest, so that no, actually I think I'm just gonna start with the weaker ones. Or no, I think I'm gonna have to rotate them often enough, so I think I'm just gonna do these two, and then I'll replace them with these two, and then with these two. I think that's gonna be easier to manage. So let's go. We have gone up to floor 236. I have no idea how many floors there are to this. And since this is the only thing I can focus on at the moment, I'll be getting I'll be climbing as high as I can, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how high I can go for. You're back with the VPN. Oh, I'm sorry. Was your like internet blocked, or was there any like issues? I'm glad you're back.
We gotta keep moving.
I know sometimes with copyright stuff, sometimes things get blocked in certain places and stuff like that. So I'm sorry. She's like, oh my god, we're so old. Old high schoolers. Oh no. We're almost 30 years. We're basically on the verge of death. My god. Like, honestly, I'm 30 and I don't feel old. to be honest with you. I think honestly it's a perspective thing, isn't it?
Okay, here's what I found.
And it's also like a life thing, I guess.
Hurry, not
Because sometimes, you know,
fire won't work.
people can have a lot of lived experiences. By the time they get to like high school, so you know, it really, I guess, depends on the people themselves. YouTube's blocked in your country. Oh no, I'm sorry. Huh. Yeah, I wonder if something happened. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you can be here with the VPN though. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna get a new persona for, if anything, just for to fuse them later. You know? I think I have like a couple more slots available if I'm not mistaken. Yes, only one more. Wait, I don't think I've read Loki's little storyline here. A malignant god of Norse mythology, impulsive and devious, but not always driven by malice. He had an uneasy peace with Odin and the gods, but his part in Baldur's death drove them to finally punish him. Oh. Oh. What about you? Kitian Dashang. What's your story? Also, you're not that great, but I'm gonna keep you. Ooh, severe pierce damage. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh my god, he looks like the old guy from Dragon Ball, like floating on that little. Wait, was it the old guy? I forget. There was like a character in Dragon Ball that floated on like a thing, right? Anyways, Kitian Dashang, also known as the Sun Wukong. He was supposedly born from a rock. After wreaking havoc, he was punished by Buddha, but was eventually saved by a monk named Sanzang. Interesting. Hey Mikiyuki. How's it going? Happy Monday. Here we are, climbing up Tartarus. Slowly but surely reaching the end of times, maybe the end of the game, mayhaps. A lot of closure, a lot of I think above all, a lot of juiciness, one would say. Yesterday we did quite a bit of yapping. I actually pulled up one of those like questions you ask to get to know someone, and there were quite a few interesting ones. I figured it would be fun to do that. Since I'm sort of making a comeback to YouTube, and you know, people on here may not know me as well as they would on like the people on Twitch, so I figured that would be kind of cute. Should I sort of pull a few questions up like that again? I feel like that could be interesting. I just saw someone do like the 72 Vogue questions or something, so let me look into that. Yes. 73 Vogue questions. Hold on. Yeah, I think it could be cute to do that. Oh, I'm gonna need money, but I want to get the bead chain. I don't know what good it will do. Oh my god. Vogue interviews 73 questions. What are the 73 questions? Oh my god. Okay, I guess I'll just pull this from someone's random blog. Okay. Are you ready for the 73 questions? I want y'all to answer these as well if you want in the chat. But yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm excited for this week to get back into Persona, to do some more fun things. So, first question. What's your favorite time of the day? Ooh. My favorite time of the day? Well, not to be corny, but streaming is usually my favorite or one of my favorite times. If not that, then it's like whenever I'm eating. I like actually I'm taking all that back. My very favorite part of the day is when like I wake up and I'm just like in bed like for like a good like maybe hour, you know, and I'm just sort of like slowly waking up, but at the same time just like I guess sort of bed rotting a little bit, but like for just like an hour or so, you know what I mean? Like when you're like snoozing your alarms, like, and you're just like, especially now that the weather is sort of like getting a little like, you know, colder, like so you're a little cozier in bed. Like I love those vibes. You know what I mean? So I would say that's like my favorite part of the day. What's your favorite part of the day, y'all? What's your biggest weakness? I would say my biggest weakness is my mental health. Too real, mayhaps. But it's not wrong. I'm not lying when I say that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like my biggest weakness oftentimes is like conquering my own thoughts, feelings, and concerns, and fighting off the urge to quit literally anything that I put any sort of energy and effort into, because I tend to be very negative. I tend to be I don't know, I feel like these questions are supposed to be a little bit I feel like maybe this is supposed to be a little more quicker paced, but we have time. But yeah, I would say fighting my inner saboteur is probably my biggest weakness is my inner saboteur, and so I have a hard time fighting it off. Cause yeah, she's not fun to be around, you know? She's always reminding me of every single thing that I've ever done wrong in life. And you know, she's not a good company to be with. What is my biggest strength? Ooh. I think my biggest strength I wouldn't know. No, just kidding. I think my biggest strength is like my I guess stubbornness. like maybe my dedication to the things that I really like.
Seem to be effective.
I guess my passion for, you know, like whenever I get excited about something and whenever I get very passionate about it, I go full force with it, I guess.
Electricity is useless here.
And so yeah, it's like whenever I do find the strength in me to fight my inner shadows, if you will, I would say that's when I'm at my strongest, I guess. I don't know. What is the biggest learning experience you've had? Ooh, a learning experience. Well, I say this all the time, really. But I think to me there's I learned so much about myself ever since I started here on YouTube, honestly. I think me being able to see myself back on camera, to see my own posture, the way that I talk, to the way that I behave, and to like be able to there's something to be said about like watching footage of yourself existing and watching that footage from a different perspective is actually very interesting, because I think I feel like I learn all the time to like how to sort of like explain myself a little better. I definitely improved on my English a lot by, you know, watching myself like make mistakes and like you know, and not say things the way that, like, not pronounce things properly. And also like the people that I've met and the people that I've gotten to share experiences with and conversations with, like I've learned so much. Even like I like learning about being non-binary and learning about like neurodivergency and stuff like that. I feel like if I hadn't been exposed to the people that I have sort of met and stumbled into throughout this content creation path that I've taken, I wouldn't have learned this much, you know. So I feel like it's been oddly enough, I think this has been like a huge learning experience for me, for sure. It's taught me a lot of like skills, like editing, lighting, how to be on camera, like stuff like that, how to make thumbnails and all this stuff. But also I think it's taught me a lot of like
In this situation,
about just like life and interpersonal connections. And I even think like confidence. I feel like I've gained a voice by making videos and streaming. So it kind of made me a little bit more confident about, you know, entering a room and like doing a job interview and being able to speak to a complete stranger and sort of hold myself and sort of like public speak in a way, because I've sort of gotten myself used to doing that for strangers online, you know. So I think that's sort of carried over to my real life, I suppose, to my offline life. What's your idea of a perfect date? Ooh, I think a perfect date for me would be something like meeting somebody at the beach. I think there's something so cute about, like, you know, sharing like a towel or something with, like, in like a sort of a closed space, or like a picnic sort of scenario where you're just sitting next to somebody and you're like, you know, you get to share like food with them, or like have a meal with them, or just like snacks or like little things, and you get to, like, you know, watch over like a nice view of the ocean, or like maybe you're at a park and like the birds are chirping and there's a nice breeze, and then you get to like sort of walk around, you know, like in case, and you sort of get to like admire nature together, and you get to sort of like be sort of away from like the chaos of like a restaurant or like a mall or something like that. So like, I think, yeah, I just think it's cute. Like whenever I see like, you know, couples like at the beach or like at a park or something, I'm like, I would love for that to be me one day, you know, and I think it will be. But yeah. I don't know. I think I don't know if the beach is my favorite place. It's definitely up there though. It's definitely like whenever I think of like a nice place to like clear my mind and to have a beautiful view and to, you know, spend a few hours in like a nice environment. I guess I would say the beach. I would say like a park. I would say, yeah, something along those lines for sure. What is one vice you wish you could give up? Ooh. One vice I wish I could give up. I would say social media. I feel the need to be connected to others. I think social media is also how I'm able to get access to opportunities. And it's also, you know, a good place to have access to information and have access to what's going on in the world. And I think it's a good hub to be informed about like world news and real life events happening in real time. And so yeah, at the same time, I do think it can sort of veer into the territory of addiction, because sometimes when I don't know what to do with myself or whenever I'm bored, I think a big go-to of mine is to just scroll through Twitter, and I think that's a terrible habit. And so I think that's the biggest thing that I, you know, should probably consider either cutting time off of doing that as much as I do. I don't think quitting social media would necessarily fix anything. But I do think that not being on it as much would definitely be important or helpful, I guess. What's a cause that's important to you? Ooh. I mean, right now, I would say probably the biggest situation on my mind is what's going on in Palestine. I think I don't hyper focus on it as like I can still see what's going on in other places, and I can still empathize, and I can still, like, I'm still aware of everything else, right? Like, it's not like this is the only thing that I care about, and that I'm not worried about any other problems in the world. But I think it's a cause that's very important to me, because it's just, to me, it's wild to be experiencing something in real time and sort of realizing. Sorry, I'm taking my socks off because my room is very warm. And I do think at the core of like that issue, there's a lot of things that are being unpacked for me, specifically about the way that our society works, the way that the world operates in the face of a crisis like that, and how little it seems to care about that. And it just sort of reiterates everything of that's sort of wrong with our society, right? Like, the people who have the power and the resources to help are not helping, and they're actively lying, and they're actively making up these stories to fulfill a specific narrative. And then you see that trickles down to corporations, and then it trickles down to celebrities, and then it trickles down to the everyday people in your life and stuff like that. So I think what's going on in Palestine has been sort of like a bar for me to, like, if people don't meet that bare minimum of at least acknowledging what's going on to me, then they're sort of like, I don't mess with you kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, if people aren't willing to do bare minimum things such as like boycotting certain products and certain corporations, then to me it's just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that what's going on in Palestine has opened my eyes for a lot of different things and a lot of different issues and a lot of different problems in our world. So I think that's the main takeaway from that. What is the best compliment you have ever received? Oh Lord. I think I feel like anytime, I know this may sound like a kind of like a cop-out answer, but like, I genuinely think that, like, whenever people tell me that, like, oh my god, thank god you're streaming, like, oh my god, it's so nice to, I'm so glad that you're live, and like stuff like that is really complimentary to me. But I would say the biggest one that I've received was probably like it's probably a friend of mine. It was probably Percy. When when they told me that I was like one of the funniest people that they know. To me, like, seeing them as like a funny person in my life, to me that means a lot. Like, it's like, to me, it's like whenever other creatives or whenever people that I think, like, if I think someone is very talented and they tell me I'm talented, to me that's like a huge compliment. Or when someone is really funny and they tell me that I'm very funny, that makes me happy. Or whenever my colleagues in the streaming world tell me that I'm good at this, then it makes me feel really good about it, because so it's like that sort of recognition, like, by the people that are also sort of doing similar things, I guess. So yeah. But yeah, I do hold the compliments of the people that like truly mean it, and they truly are like there like for me. I really hold them in my heart, like whenever I'm having bad thoughts about myself and whenever I'm not having a good time, I'm like, that person would not approve of me saying this. Like, and they said that I'm, you know, good at this, and they said that I'm worth something, and they said this, and that. So, you know, they wouldn't lie to me, or they wouldn't want me to think these thoughts or whatever. So does that answer the question? I'm not sure. I kind of I'm doing what I do best, which is yapping. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm really answering these. But that's okay. When do you feel the most inspired? I feel inspired very randomly. Sometimes inspiration strikes me when, like, right before I'm about to fall asleep and I'm just in bed, lights are turned off, complete silence in my room, the blinds are completely up, so there's like only darkness. Sometimes I get like ideas for things that I want to do and I get excited, but it happens very randomly because I'm just like very random like that. But yeah, it's like, when I'm showering or when I'm sometimes even like when I'm watching other people who like are doing great things in my eyes, and I'm like, ooh, that's so cool. Like that makes me wanna do cool things myself, or when I watch like a really good movie, or when I watch a really good show, or when like, I don't know, inspiration just strikes, like when I listen to a really good album, or inspiration just strikes randomly for me, I guess. Sweet or savory? Savory, I think. I love sweets. I love a dessert. But I think I might be more of a savory. I might be more of a savory person, I think. Because, like, one of my favorite foods is, like, pizza. So I would say... I would say I'm more of a... But I love desserts. I love ice cream. I love sweets. So, like, yes, bofa. Hi, Beta. Beta.me.temp. That's a cool name. How are you? I'm yapping. I'm doing the Vogue 70 something questions that they ask celebrities, because we're just sort of climbing up Tartarus, and this is quite repetitive as an activity, so I figured it would be a fun thing to do. Also, because I'm, I haven't picked up streaming here on YouTube, at least, that long ago, so I like the idea of sort of getting people to know me a little bit better here on YouTube. You're on your third playthrough of this game? Oh my god. That's amazing. This is my first playthrough. So, yeah. I'm having a good time with it, though. But yeah, just as a little tidbit, it is my first playthrough, so please refrain from like any, like, no tips, no hinting at anything, no spoilers, nothing of the sort, because I'm really aiming for like a fully unspoiled experience as much as possible. But yeah, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time. What song? Question 11. What song can you listen to on repeat? By the way, these questions, I would love to hear your own answers in the chat if you are interested in sharing. So what song can I listen to on repeat? Right now, there's really no song that I can just endlessly listen to on repeat before getting like tired of it. Like that's not a thing that like I do. But right now, a song that I listen to almost on, I wouldn't say on repeat, like, but I play it maybe like every other hour or so, is Pineapple Slice. I think that's what it's called. Pineapple Slice by Baekhyun. He is one of the members of EXO, a K-pop group, and he just released a solo project called Pineapple Slice. That might just be the name of the single, but it's really good. It's very it has like R&B vibes. I think maybe slightly inspired by The Weeknd. He definitely has the vocal chops to pull off those vibes. So definitely some Baekhyun, Pineapple Slice. Beneath the Mask, Persona 5. I've heard good things about Persona 5. I really I'm very curious to check it out at some point for sure. And I mean, Persona, I've only played Persona 4 and now I'm playing this, and the soundtracks of these games are so good. So I can totally see that. Question 12. What makes you smile the most? Like a fun joke. I know it's like so like whatever to say that. Like yeah, of course. Like it seems so obvious, right? But yeah, it's just like when people are really funny. That's like a big one for me. Or like an uplifting sort of like moment. Like I don't know, like the other day I was just smiling at somebody. Like I was watching a video and I was smiling because they went to a bookstore by themselves in an attempt to fight their agoraphobia. So, you know, just like things like that, like people overcoming things. I think something that makes me smile immediately is like classic Sailor Moon, you know. It's just like the humor and just like the vibes, just it's just so comforting, and it's just so like yeah, it's just so like it's like almost like home in a way. If that makes sense. Ooh, who do I want to get rid of? Hold on. Heavy Ice. You're Heavy Ice, right? I think I'm gonna get rid of Titania, maybe. Or you. You're very low leveled. I'm gonna get rid of you. Probably shouldn't be adding more personas, considering I have all my slots filled to the brim. But yeah, that's basically what makes me smile. Just like something that's nostalgic to me, you know. Like an old game that I really enjoy, like Final Fantasy VIII, for example, or just like a Sonic game from my childhood. Things like that make me smile almost instantly. Katya, good night. Have a wonderful day tomorrow, and I hope you have a lovely night. And thank you for being here. I appreciate seeing you.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Question 13. What's one thing people don't know about you? One thing people don't know about me. I don't know. I feel like I overshare quite a bit.
Sorry, Tartarus. They're weak, but don't get
I don't know. I don't know if there's like any like substantial
to do this.
thing that I'm like actively trying to keep away from people, or you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't know.
That's this one.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard for me to say. Like, I'm like, I mean, what? Like, I don't know if there's like anything in particular that people wouldn't know about me, I guess.
You hit a weakness.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Bad, isn't it?
Heels, question 14. Heels, flats, or sneakers? Considering I don't wear either, I'm comfort above most things, but I do like a boot with like a, you know, not necessarily a heel, but I do like a boot with sometimes like a boosted sort of sole sort of situation. Like I enjoy that. It makes me feel like empowered and like I'm on a mission to slay. I don't know. Question 15. Vintage or new? When it comes to what? Like clothes? I don't know. I love I'm not good at putting together like an outfit for myself, but I do like vintage vibes. I think like it's fun. Like when somebody wears like vintage and they like know what they're doing, like that, it's really satisfying to look at. So I think maybe vintage, but I unfortunately I wear just like a lot of fast fashion, whatever's super comfortable to me, and yeah, so yeah. And I oftentimes don't think I have the confidence to pull off certain items of clothing and whatever. But visually, I like to look at vintage stuff. Question 16. What are 3 things you can't live without? 3 things I can't live without? I mean, we're talking things, like physical, material things. So we're not talking about like people or any particular things like that. So I mean, my literal brain is like, girl, there's like, you can live with, you know, like I don't think there's anything I can actually like that I wouldn't be able to live without, you know. But like my computer, I've always had like a big thing for my computer, and I've always loved I feel like my computer has always been, not specifically just this computer, but generally speaking, a computer, my laptops growing up, and or I only had one laptop growing up, but our first computer, like family computer, and then my own laptop, and now this computer that I have, they're like very important to me. I feel like it's how I sort of find escapism. It's how I entertain myself. It's how I, game. It's how I stream. So it's I mean, really everything to a degree. So I would say my computer. Hey, Burning Fry, MLM, like Avon. Are you promoting? Are you an Avon girl? Like, what's going on? I would say, besides my computer, I think this is a super basic answer, but like I guess my phone. What's going on? Why are we just spamming dots in the chat? What's going on? Are you having a stroke? Are you going through a tough time right now? What's going on? Can I help you? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my phone and like I'm not sure. Like my wallet, I guess. Such a basic answer. I'm climbing up Tartarus and answering. I've decided to answer a list of random questions provided by Vogue that they usually ask celebrities, I guess. Question 17. Feel free to answer these if you would like. Window or aisle seat? I'm assuming I do public transportation quite often. Usually I would say I used to be very like adamant about like window seat. Nowadays, I don't really care that much. Nowadays, I mean, if I was to be on a flight, I would say I would want to, if it's like if it's 3 seats, I would definitely want to be towards the aisle so that it's easier for me to like get up and stretch if I need to, or if I need to use the bathroom, something like that. If it's like a 2-seater, I mean, I guess if I'm by myself, it's always the aisle, I guess, because I don't know though, because I like sort of being in like a little corner, but like if I'm with other, like if I have to sit next to a stranger, I think I would prefer to be on the outside. I would rather be on the aisle seat because of bathroom access and easy way out, So yeah, aisle. But ideally I'm traveling with somebody else, and if I do so, then I prefer to sort of be cushioned in the window and sort of have like a little nook in the corner. Question 18. What's your current TV character obsession? Well, considering I haven't really been watching TV. I would say of all time, and this is more of an anime moment than necessarily like a TV series, but Sailor Moon. I've always related to her because she's someone who like feels a lot of emotion. She cries easily. She's very clumsy, and people criticize her a lot for her emotions and for being the way that she is. But when it gets down to it, she's the first. She knows how to make everybody smile, and she makes friends, and she uplifts those around her. And she's also my phone background. I love Sailor Moon. Question 19. Leather or lace? Neither. I want cotton clothing. I want to be comfortable. I want to be cozy. I want to be yes. The texture is a problem, so I would have to pick cotton. Neither. Question 20. What is the most adventurous thing you've done in your life? The most adventurous thing I've done in my life? It was probably my first trip. Like my first proper trip. Like I planned everything. It's when I went to France with Mama Ruby, and we went to see a K-pop concert, and it was very adventurous to me. Like, you know, being on an airplane for the first time, and being in France for the first time, and going to a stadium concert for the first time. Like, there was a lot of first times on that trip, you know? And yeah, we had to be quite adventurous, because like, even though I sort of planned things, I didn't plan them as in detail as I would have wanted to. So we ended up doing a bit of guessing sometimes, and sometimes, especially the second day, we did a lot of like walking around and then figuring out like our way back to the airport, because we sort of veered away from our initial plan. But everything ended up working out in the end. But it was fun. It was fun to do it. But I definitely didn't do it by myself. But it was super fun regardless. So I guess that would be the most fun, maybe. And I'm not very adventurous, you see. I'm a very anxious person, so I wouldn't say I'm adventurous by any stretch of the imagination. Question 21. How would you define yourself in 3 words, Jesus? Okay. Stubborn. Resilient. Fearful. I think that defines me very well. Question 22. What's your current favorite piece of clothing that you own? Oh yeah, probably my like maybe some of my button-up shirts. I like them. They're cute. They usually have like cute patterns on them. I like them. I don't really have like a favorite item of clothing. I don't think I own anything that I'm like, oh my god, that's my favorite thing. Like I have, like, obviously I have my favorite t-shirts and stuff like that. Like the stuff that I'm like, I guess I would consider them more like safe clothes of like, oh yeah, that's like the most comfy thing that I own, and not necessarily like my favorite is in like, oh, I love it, I love that shirt so much or whatever, you know. Question 23. What's a must-have clothing item everyone should own? I think just like a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt. Like I just think like a very like a simple black t-shirt or a black top is a good decision. Because she's like, it's a simple moment. I think you can layer lovely things on top of it, and it matches with most things. So I would say that's like a good one. But I don't know. I'm not a fashion expert. I just think like whatever's comfortable, like just comfy things, you know. Everyone deserves to be comfy. Is my big thing. 20. My phone just did something. I don't know what. Question 24. What's inspiring you in life right now? Ooh. I don't know. I get inspired every day, and sometimes like once a week, or you know what I mean? Like I get inspired very randomly. And I sort of said this earlier. There's nothing in particular that inspires me, but at the same time everything inspires me. Does that make sense? I think I guess one way that I could sort of spin this question. Oh, hello, not that. Not on my watch. Anyways, not the hate speech in the chat. Anyways, gotta love the internet sometimes. Yeah, so I wouldn't say there's like anything in particular that inspires me, but I get inspired and I get intrigued sometimes just thinking of the future, like thinking about like wanting to experience things that I haven't. So I feel like I lead oftentimes my I think recently, and as of sort of like within this year, I suppose, I sort of yearn for like new experiences, even if it's like small little things. I definitely yearn for like a new experience, or a like getting outside of my comfort zone, and I think that that sort of applies into even my streaming and what I do here, because what inspires me is like, you know, building this whole list of games that I want to experience for the first time, or that I want to give like a final kind of like the ultimate, like, okay, this is the last chance I'm going to give to this game, and I'm either going to finish it for once and for all, or this game is going to, you know, be forever shelved by me, is sort of like how I feel about streaming, and just like in life, I guess, like experiencing new things. I need to BRB, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna play some tunes while I'm gone, so make sure to take this opportunity to grab a snack, to grab a drink, and I will be back very shortly. Ding dong. Welcome on back. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you for being here. Yeah, hi Fran. How's it going? Hi Jam. Ding dong. Here we are. Y'all, this has been a yapping stream. So I've basically inspired by yet another YouTube video. I decided to pull up the Vogue 72 questions, I guess, that they ask celebrities in those like videos on YouTube where like the celebrities are sort of doing not necessarily like a house tour, but like kind of, and they're just like answering questions as like they go into like the kitchen aisle and they like take an apple and they take a bite of it. They're like, I love apples. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just like climbing up Tartarus and just answering some questions. So if you want to play along, feel free to do so.
Powerful enemy spotted. Please be careful.
You don't feel old at 31, but I do feel older than 20-year-old coworkers. Wait, what? What's that about? Are you like watching? Are you watching it back? Are you watching the stream back, or is that a response to anything in particular? I forget. You shouldn't feel old at 31. Not at all. Well then, there's a powerful enemy up ahead. So we got this. We got this though. I think it's a good idea to go to the entrance. Ruin, not this. As a 21-year-old, oh my god, guys, Ruin managed to find a time traveling machine, and they actually went back 20 years to say that. Oh my god, everyone clap for Ruin for inventing time traveling. 20. Well, yes. Take it back. Okay, fine. 15 years. Monkey King? Hold on. What's this about? I think Fran is like watching. I think Fran might be delayed. Am I? What's going on? Like the Chinese legend? What? What are we talking about? I'm so confused. I'm confused. Instead of healing these two, I think I'm just gonna bring Mitsuru and Aigis. Ruby, you know the legend of the Monkey King. Do I? You see, I'm not as old as you, Ruin, so that must have been something that old people know about. That must be something that is reserved to the olds. And just, you know, because I'm so young and youthful. It's called being cultured. Well, you got me there. Well, you got me there. No, because Ruin is 15 years older than all of us. Oh, anyways. So you want to really fight? You're gonna say it? Don't do it. I got banned for that on a different platform. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I don't get that you broke your elbow. Is that a threat? Because I didn't break my elbow. Is that... Are you threatening me? Wait. I think this is information from the futures. Because remember, Ruin managed to time travel 15 years back to tell me this. So maybe this is a warning that I'm going to break my elbow. Would you shit if I showed up next stream and I had a broken elbow? How would you feel if I showed up to the next stream with a broken elbow?
Let the battle begin.
They're gonna sling to continue the bid. Could you imagine? No, I'm not gonna do all that. Would you shit if I broke my elbow? Oh. No. I would celebrate. No. Oh. I love to fun. Anyways, how are y'all doing? No, you certainly did not. Listen, we're here to yap, and you came here to contribute to the yap.
It's a strong one. Be on your guard.
Or is that you apologizing for farting in front of all of us? Is that what you mean by taking the air out of the room because you shoved it all up your ass?
Successfully avoided. You've been knocked down. They've been shot.
That even got me. I did have beans for lunch. Please. Not this.
It's a strong one. Be on your guard.
Girl, the beans will get ya. The beans will get ya. Finally, somebody said it. We've been smelling it. Please. I'm doing Met today, but we will make it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Jam. That and cabbage. Cabbage, broccoli will get you.
I'm ready in this situation.
Not demure or mindful. Honestly, neither are any of us, so that's okay. Are y'all interested in some Vogue questions from the Vogue questionnaire? Are you ready to feel fashionable? And no, that's nothing of the sort. But are you excited? No. Okay. Well, then I guess we'll just stare at this floating cross until the end of time.
My resolve.
Isn't this cross so beautiful? Reminds me of religious trauma. Okay. I'm already on question 25, so that's roughly half of Ruin's age. So question 25. What is the best piece of advice you've received? The best piece of advice that I've received, to quit. No. I don't know. I don't know if I probably have received lovely pieces of advice over the years, but there's really nothing that like sticks out to me fiercely as far as like something that I like remember every day and I sort of live by sort of thing. I guess okay. I don't, this wasn't necessarily something that I was told directly, but I once saw a video by a big streamer, and they were talking about like, you know, people ask me what they should do to start streaming and stuff like that, and they said something that was really interesting. In a sea of creators who make videos telling you to like you know, I don't know, to like follow trends and all this shit, they said something that I found really interesting, was to just like do stuff that you're proud of. Do something that is sort of like that you can sort of leave a legacy that you're proud of, and do stuff for the fun of it, and don't lose sight of that, I guess, and not necessarily with the intent of like growing or with the intent of making a lot of money or whatever, because I think their main thing was like, because a lot of people can make a lot of money doing this, and they can sort of hack the system and they can find all these tips and tricks, but he said that none of that really matters if you don't get to a point where those things don't impact you and you allow yourself to focus on growing artistically or creatively, or, you know, doing something that is exciting to you rather than something for the sake of trying to get somewhere else, and just sort of enjoying the process, you know? And it was very I will say that it was very reassuring seeing like a big streamer sort of reinforce that, because I feel like so often it's reinforced the idea of like this endless grind, and that you need to like do all of these things that sound like mind numbing. Also, there is this video that I watched actually. I need to pull it up because I forget the name of the video, but it was this very cool video where somebody was just like sort of telling people to just do it when it comes to like being a creative, and to like maybe start a YouTube channel and to get into creative endeavors. I really hope I can find their video, because I remember that video was definitely very like inspiring for me, because it was, like I said, I feel like a lot of advice videos on being a creator, or a lot of videos about being a creator in general, are super heavily focused on like how to make a catchy thumbnail, how to edit your videos in a way that people get addicted to your videos, and how to do all these different things and hack the system and make the algorithm happy. So there's this video by a user called Neat on the Rocks here, called "You Should Be a YouTuber or Artist or Creator," whatever the case may be. And so I recommend watching that. Add that to your watch later so you can watch that after the stream. It's very good. I feel like that has a lot of nuggets on like and I think it's very reassuring for people who are creators as well, because it tackles a lot of that thing of like, you know, fulfilling an algorithm is sort of like not satisfying to the soul. And so finding something that is, and then the idea that there's exceptions to every rule, and that, you know, a video where somebody is talking about life while playing Sonic the Hedgehog can be very impactful. And so you don't have to follow a particular formula or a particular way about doing things. So, yeah. Are we trauma bonding again today? Not this. Discover who I am and advocate for myself. All the things in therapy that helped. Love that. I didn't receive it directly, but if it isn't brought directly to you or told to you, you should not be worried about it. As far as like, I'm assuming that has to do with like how other people perceive you and other people's like opinions and thoughts and concerns. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it allowing for other people to have a wrong perception of you is actually very liberating. Like once you get to a place where you actually don't care about what other people say about you, is super empowering, because it's like, yeah, let them think that. Like, I don't care. Like, I know who I am. I'm sure of myself and of the things that I believe in and all that stuff. So yeah, if they believe that, that's on them, you know? Like, that's very empowering. You gotta stay on the grind. You gotta work 36 hours. Oh my god, not that. Okay. Y'all shared a lot of juicy things in the chat. I appreciate it. Bless you for sharing that as somebody who wants to start. Yes. Well, you told me that. I think you told me that you started streaming, or you wanted to start streaming, maybe. Or that I inspired you to start streaming. So do it. Yeah, that video is really good. That video will get you motivated. All right. 26. What is your pet peeve? Every time I see the word pet peeve, I remember of this of this one podcast episode that I did a long time ago. And and we did an episode. This was a very long time ago. The episodes are privated now. But I did it with other streamers, and we talked about like streaming pet peeves and stuff like that. Every time I think of a pet peeve or a question that has to do with pet peeves, I remember that, because there is one person that was a guest on that episode that still to this day is convinced that them sharing their pet peeves about like the behaviors that viewers can have on streams and stuff like that was like a big reason as to why their channel sort of went on a decline. So I always associate the word, like, I always associate pet peeves with that person now. I don't even know like what they're up to now or anything, but I always like associate it with that, because I'm like, they've always had this sort of bitterness about sharing their streaming pet peeves, because they felt like that sort of haunted them a little bit. Just stream or do whatever you want to do. If you're putting your art in the world, that's all that matters. Yes, absolutely. It's between how to do it right and the technology at the moment. Yeah, like honestly, what I always say about anything that you want to do is to, and this is something that I also need to apply to myself in other aspects of my life, is to just do it. You can learn along the way. You can learn as you do it. You can learn. I think the biggest thing that you need to take when you, I think something that you need to like literally print, but something that you need to have like at all times in your like line of sight is to only look up advice when it comes to streaming and stuff and creating videos and art and whatever. Only look into learning how to do technical things. Like, don't watch those videos that will tell you like how to make money streaming and how to grow your channel and how to all of this shit. Like, don't watch it, because you need to, I think a lot of it is your mindset. A lot of it is your technical, like how to set up OBS, how to set up whatever streaming software you want to use. And the rest is up to you, because let me tell you, the people that blow up anywhere in this field are people who are oftentimes doing something unique, and they're doing something that's like specific to their interests, specific to their personality, and specific to what they do and how they carry themselves in life. Like the demure girl, for example, like she was mindful and she was demure before it was a trend, and she established that to a point where it became a thing and it became a trend and it became whatever. And you know, do you want to be the person that regurgitates that back to others, or do you want to be somebody who creates their own lane, or do you want to be somebody who follows what everyone else is doing, or do you want to be somebody who does your own thing? Because yeah, I mean I can talk about this for hours, but yeah, I get very into the nitty-gritty of it. My biggest pet peeve is when people say they're brutally honest. when somebody says they're brutally honest, that's a red flag to me. Because a lot of people who say that they're brutally honest, they hone in on the brutal part of it and not, you know, because I think I'm of the opinion that you can be honest and you can be kind. And you can give people advice or constructive criticism without tearing them down and without hurting their feelings. So I hate the concept of being brutally honest and people who claim to be brutally honest and all that shit, because the world is already too tough as it is. Like, we don't need to add a negativity into that, you know. We're coming up on the 250th floor. We've come quite a long way. It hasn't been even a full year since most of you joined C's. You've all done wonderfully. I can't thank you enough for putting up with everything despite what you've had to go through. Ramen's on you. I love that. She's rich. I can say that. Ramen? Why something so simple? You could always... No, you're absolutely right. We've been fighting this whole time to return to a normal life after all. Those that we've lost are with us now in spirit. We will win. Everyone's future is on our hands. Oh, I love this. I can sense everyone's strengthened resolve as we head into the final battle. Hell yeah. Pet peeves. Yes. My pet peeve is giving criticism just for the sake of being mean without being constructive. Yes. I love that we're sort of in a similar mind wave. I love stuff like this. Yeah, I mean, I can rant about content creation for hours. And it's not something that I like super enjoy doing, because I feel like that's I feel like that's so easy for me to fall into that topic, and I feel like I don't want that to be all that I talk about. You know what I mean? All right, let's keep dispatching the gatekeepers just like that. There are still 5 left. How do you know that? Let's stay sharp. Okay. I wonder. Yeah, it might be floor 250. That's the final one. Being brutally honest is a way for people to be mean but hide behind something. I agree. Because it's like, I think that's just an excuse for them to be mean. But they're like, but no, I'm just, you asked for feedback. I'm just giving you feedback. Didn't you ask for feedback? I'm just being honest with you. Like, yeah, I agree. My unnecessary pet peeve is when people use repetitive, vague language like hauntingly beautiful or eerily familiar. Huh. I like it. I actually really like that. I love like flavor text.
If you think about it,
I love
shadows are on a mission.
I love a hauntingly familiar or eerily familiar or hauntingly beautiful moment, for example. Like, I don't know, it just adds flavor to... I think it adds flavor to what the person is saying. But I can see how it can be sort of like, oh my god, just get to the point. Like, I get that. Okay. Who can I like? Oh, I guess. Okay, I'll try to give this to someone else then. When we're out of here, because I forget that when you're in Tartarus, you can equip things to the people that aren't on your team. Those stock phrases get old to me. No, I get that. I get that. Like cliches and stuff like that. I get that. All right. Very good ones, y'all. Okay, this is super silly. 27. Diamonds or pearls? Girl, what?
What part of the school do you think?
Neither. I don't really care about either, to be honest. But pearls are really pretty. And I don't think pearls, because I think with diamonds, people can get very hurt getting those.
There's a shadow.
And I think for pearls, I don't think it's that serious, right? And I could be wrong. But I don't really care too much. Like, I like silver. It's like I like silver. Anyways, like, be brutally honest to the capitalist system. Be brutally honest to the racist family. Ooh, yes, exactly,
Yukari-san, that's one down. Stand. Accelerate.
absolutely.
This should end it.
28. What's something you notice about someone when you first meet them? Ooh. Well, I don't I don't meet new people often in person, I guess. Something I notice about someone when I meet them. I think just overall, like, their vibes. Like, I know that sounds so vague. But like, I don't know, like, when, like, their overall attitude, like, if they, like, what aura they sort of like exude, right? Like, if they're like exuding a mean girl aura, or if they exude like a kind aura. But I guess it's something like a physical. I guess if I were to go with like maybe a physical attribute. Their hands. I don't know what it is. Like, I find, especially for men, I can find their hands like very attractive. I don't know what it is, like, and just like the way that people hold themselves and like their hands and the way that they the way they sort of like, if people talk with their hands, I notice that a lot, and I find that cute. Yeah, I think like a physical attribute, I think their hands. Their stink ass attitude. Their eyebrows. They tell everyone's story. Eyebrows is good. I think eyebrows can sort of be a tell to someone's like personality, I think. A little bit. Does that make sense? All right. 29. Ooh, I don't know if what's your biggest regret? I don't know if I want to get that deep. I don't know. I don't know if I want to get that deep. I mean, the topic of regret to me is very interesting because there's things in my life that I beat myself up for. I feel like everyone does, right? But I do think that in a very sort of cliche way, I do believe that whatever path that brought me here is whatever path that brought me here. I feel like I wouldn't have learned the things that I know about myself or the world or whatever if I didn't experience my life in the exact same way that I experienced it. I don't know, like there is a part of me like if you tell me like, are there things in your life that you would have changed? Yes. Like if you could go back in time with the knowledge that you have today, would you have changed anything? Yes. But because we don't have that ability, I'm sort of in the mindset of like no regrets, only like, I don't know, like I know it sounds kind of corny, but it's like I say no regrets, only lessons learned, right? Definitely accountability and definitely like taking responsibility for things that you've said and done in your life, for sure. But you know, focusing on regrets and like beating yourself up over your mistakes and all of that is not a good thing to do. It's not a good habit to have. It's not a healthy thing to focus or hyper focus or obsess over those. You regret working in fast food. They never ask, would you live your life in the future with only the knowledge you have today? Exactly. That's yeah. I've never thought about it like that. Yeah. I have no regrets, really. What mistakes I made have created who I am today. Yeah, I'm kind of of that mindset, you know? Like, there's always little things like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that, or... And sometimes little things like... what if I didn't do certain things, or what if I did do certain things? But I don't know, like there's nothing you can do about it, so you might as well just accept the path that you've taken in your life, and with all the good and bad that comes with it, you know? Maybe I'd be less iconic if I regretted everything. Well, yes. Maybe so, or maybe not. We'll never know. I regret being iconic, stunning, etc. Right. Number 30. What is heavily played on your playlist right now? Ooh. Okay. I'll pick like maybe up to like 5 songs. I'll say Angel of My Dreams by Jade. I think it's just called Pineapple Slice or something by Baekhyun. I mentioned it earlier as like a song that's like, it's not really on repeat, but I like that. 1-800 Hot and Fun by Le Seraphim. I'm actually pulling up like recent songs that I'm into. Generally speaking, Sabrina's album is really good. And then Wasabi by Little Mix is a song that always sort of makes its way back into my playlist / listening habits and stuff like that. Bad Chem is really good. Over and over and over, right? Yes, all the girls are girling. Love that. Yeah, Crazy Le Seraphim. Very good, very good. Yenlik is an R&B girly from Kazakhstan that I heavily fuck with. Ooh, all right. That sounds mighty juicy. Number 31. What's your favorite board game? Unfortunately, I don't play as many board games as I wish I would. But, I fuck with Monopoly. You know what? Like, something about it. I think, you know what it is? I think Monopoly, especially when we have like family moments, it's a good way to like keep everyone sort of distracted for like a few hours. So to avoid like tricky conversations and interactions and stuff, you know, like I think it's a good way to pass a long period of time and like not really be involved in like any drama or, you know, like uncomfortable conversations or anything of the sort. So I like Monopoly, but I would love to like play like more board games and stuff like that. I think they can be fun. Jam says, absolutely not. Not on my watch. I like deck builders like Dominion, but that's more cards. Slay the Spire is such a good video game. Ooh, I think I have a couple deck builder games on my backlog that I just gotten like for free in different occasions or like in a bundle. I have like the first Darkest Dungeon. I have like I think I have a couple other deck builders. Ooh, there's like something down there. But yeah, I love the idea of like a board game night and stuff like that. I don't know, I really like that type of like nerdy shit. Like I think it would be really cute to date someone who was into like that sort of nerdy shit, like playing cards and board games and shit. I think that's really cute. All right, 32. What's your guilty pleasure? I said this yesterday when I did questions to get to know you, which is very similar to what we're doing today, I guess, but whatever. I don't believe in guilty pleasure. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is like porn. Because it's like, you know, sort of like this, in a very real note, this sort of like tinge of guilt that stems from like religious upbringing. You know what I mean? But I don't believe in guilty pleasure, like the concept of a guilty pleasure, because like I just like enjoying stuff. And even what I just mentioned isn't like that deep, and I feel like it's something that I is not like actively a problem for me. But yeah, I don't like I like reality TV just fine. I don't really care that, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, to me it's not a problem that I enjoy it. Stuff like music and stuff like that, like I'm not really guilty about any of it, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, guilty pleasure is whatever I'm doing before I'm late to work. Ooh, wait, that's actually a good take, because like it could be something that you enjoy, like at work, like you're not supposed to, but you're like, ooh, I'm being naughty, so it's like a guilty pleasure. Like it could be something like that. But yeah, I don't really, and yeah, we're all sort of in agreement here. I don't really fuck with guilty pleasures. 33. What book did you recently or most finish? Nope, most recently finish. Book that I recently finished. I recently finished. Hold on, I need to use my full brain capacity for this decision. Automatically strengthen wind skills by 50%. Oh, okay, I should have that. But I don't know what to get rid of. That's sort of a problem. Uh, eh. I like everything that she has on her, so I'm not gonna get rid of anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that. So the last book that I've enjoyed was actually a audiobook, like, adaptation of 1984. But it wasn't like the full book. It was like a sort of like a dramatization of it, sort of like, it was sort of like it's one of those on Audible, not sponsored, where like they have multiple people, like actors playing different characters and stuff like that. So it's not like you're like the average like reading experience, but it's like that. So that's a book that I recently finished. I feel like I'm fairly close to finishing The Glitch, but 1984 was the last one that I did finish. And yeah, it was an audiobook. I don't really have any issues with that, because I love audiobooks, so I don't really care. I don't really care. Does my thesis count? Sure. Because in all actuality, I'm still burnt out on reading anything for fun. That's fair. That's extremely fair. Oh, 34. What are you currently reading? Yeah, I'm currently audibly reading The Glitch by, let me actually get the author's name, because I feel like I always say The Glitch, but I never say the author's name. Let me pull that up very quickly. It's The Glitch by Leanne Slade. Ooh. It's very interesting. It's like it centers around this couple, right? And it's like you go back and forth between their perspectives. So you have a perspective of a character. The main concept is like the main character like time travels back like 5 years or something, and so you get the perspective of her sort of like redoing her life, and then you get the perspective of her ex, who was like, she labels as like the love of her life, and how they met 5 years before. So it's almost like you get these two different parallel realities. One is like the actual events that happened through his perspective, and the other is the new events and her sort of comparing situations like, oh, in the other timeline I did this, and so in this timeline that happened. And it's very interesting. I don't know how else to really put it, but I find it very interesting. Your thesis was 121 pages, so that's why I ask. Yeah, girl, absolutely. You've earned a break. Question 35. How do you start your day? Well, that's a great question. The last thing I read was an audiobook called Unmasking Autism. I think I have that. I haven't read it, but I do have it. Well, how I start my day, I usually just like, I snooze and I bed rot for like about an hour. If I'm gonna be honest, like I love that moment, like that first sort of like half an hour to like an hour where I'm just sort of like bed rotting. Oh, come on, not this. Good thing I saved recently. Damn. Not this. Wait a minute. You will lose the... No. I don't know what this means. I'm just gonna load up my save file. Because I don't know what that means. I'm gonna lose everything. So I'm just gonna boot up my save file and resume from where we were. So yeah, I bed rot. I'm not on my phone or anything. I just like sort of go in and out of consciousness as like I snooze my alarm for about an hour. And then I get up and I go to the bathroom. I do my bathroom things. And then eventually I have breakfast. Or I have like a small snack if I wake up close to like lunchtime. And yeah. And then I have lunch. So yeah. I do like anything like showering or anything of the sort. If I'm staying home, I'm showering first thing in the morning. If I'm going out and about, I shower when I come back, so that I take off of all of the dirtiness of being out and about, and I clean that when I get home. So I sort of coordinate it with like whatever I'm gonna be up to that day. An espresso and 20 minutes on the stationary bike. Ooh. Very nice. If I had an espresso first thing in the morning, I would be blowing ass the whole day. And there would be a chance of me shitting myself. So, no thank you. What's your favorite holiday? The only holiday I really care about is Christmas, to be honest with you. And I said this yesterday as well. I like the gift giving. I love gift giving. I love receiving gifts as well. I like the drama of like, you know, the mystery of not knowing what you're being gifted, and thinking of what you're gonna gift to somebody. Like I love being like, ooh, I think this person would love this. Like I love gift giving, and I love receiving gifts as well. So I like Christmas a lot for that. It might be one of my love languages, actually. Oh, New Year's. Huh, I don't really think of New Year's as like a holiday. But that's a good one. I'm always like I'm always that person who's like super hopeful. Like Christmas, like not Christmas, New Year's Eve, I'm always like, this is gonna be a good year, guys. This is gonna be a good year, guys. Okay, this is very gender specific, so I'm gonna adapt this. If you could raid one person's closet, who would it be? Ooh. Ooh. Not the panty raid. No, just like if you could, you know, dress or borrow someone's clothes. Not the panty raid. Not that. I don't know. Like off the top of my head, I have no idea. Yeah, I genuinely no clue. Genuinely no clue. 38. If you could switch lives with one person for a day, who would it be? Oh. If I could switch lives with one person for a day. I have no clue. Because I feel like I could go with like a famous person to see what it's like, right? But at the same time, it's like, that sounds like it would be a stressful 24 hours. You know what I mean? Somebody who's relaxing like a kid finger painting. You know what? I would pick, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, there's like, I don't want to be someone else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be somebody else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be somebody else. I don't know. What's one thing you've always wanted to do, but you've been too scared to do? I don't know if it's something that well, okay. Doing like a reality TV show. Like, it's not necessarily something that I've always wanted to do, but I've always had sort of, maybe not always, but like maybe within the last maybe 10 years or so, I've had this sort of like, what if I applied? Like, what if, but I'm too scared. I'm too scared of being portrayed negatively. I'm too scared of like, you know, going from somebody who's like a normal person into like fame and being sort of catapulted into fame, or not even just like fame as in like being super famous, but like having any sort of just like being recognized by people or whatever. Like, I don't, you know, like I don't know. I don't think it's too silly to be afraid of of what that could be like, you know what I mean? But I would say that. I would say that for me. It's like reality TV. Like, there's always something in the back of my mind like, I want to try it someday, but the other part of me is terrified of doing so. 40. What's the one thing you wish you knew at age 19? Oh, wow. Well, that was like when I started YouTube. I started YouTube in the last, like, 2 months away from turning 20, I think. Yeah, because it was literally 10 years ago. Ugh. I don't know, because I feel like whatever I would tell myself would change my path. And I feel like this path is going this way for a reason. But if I were to say something, I would say don't really quit YouTube. Like, keep up doing whatever you're doing on YouTube, and whenever a different platform sort of comes around and feels exciting and you want to pursue it, don't like leave YouTube behind. Like, don't but then again, maybe I don't know, it's just sort of happened the way it was supposed to. On a personal level, I guess I would just tell myself to, like, I don't even know what I don't even know what I would tell myself. Just to, like, take it a day at a time and take it easy, and get into meditating earlier. Or at least, like, because getting into I got into meditation for a minute, but even if I don't meditate often, I've learned meditating skills, so that, like, whenever I'm having a tough time, I've learned, like, breathing exercises and stuff like that. So that's really helpful. But yeah, just to have fun, enjoy your life, and try not to feel the pressures of life too much. But I don't know, it's easy to say that, but it's hard to actually apply that. I feel like if my future self came to me today and told me what to do, I would be like, don't tell me what to do. And I don't know, like, I would be like, you know what, let me find out for myself, you know? So all of mine are dark, like my diagnosis or leave the situation ASAP. Oof, I get that. 41. Besides your phone or wallet, what are a couple of must-have handbag items? My sunglasses. I have very sensitive eyes, so whenever I go somewhere, besides my phone, my wallet, and my keys, like the essentials, like if I'm by myself, my earphones have to come with me as well. I have to listen to music when I'm out and about in the world. I'm not gonna raw dog the world. Headphones, earphones. I don't like headphones. Earphones, sunglasses, because I have very sensitive eyes. And masks. Like at least a couple, you know, just in case, like have a spare. And yeah, that's about it, really. Oh, and I just saw this in the person's reply. A bottle of water. A small bottle of water is also important. Okay, this next question is, if you weren't insert your profession here, what would you be doing? So if I wasn't streaming, what would I be doing? If I never came across, for some reason, like YouTube or anything like that, I probably would try to pursue like traditional media. Like I would probably end up trying to work in traditional media, whether it's like TV or radio or like either behind the cameras or as an editor or like as an on-screen personality. Like I probably would, if YouTube wasn't like in my line of sight, I would love that. I would love to And that's something that I can still do. I would love to pursue music seriously, like, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've always had this sort of back and forth of like, do I really want to do that, or do I want to keep that as like a precious hobby, like something that I like to just sing casually and not like try to make a living off of it, if that makes sense. So actually, I don't know. Like, a part of me is sort of like, actually, do I want that? I don't know. But yeah, I would definitely pursue creative endeavors. I would at least try to. It would be a barista probably. Ooh. I mean, I've done that. Like, I worked at like a small. I worked at a chain sort of like cafe sort of situation, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. But I think working at like a specialty coffee situation, or like, you know how in the show The Boyfriend they had like a coffee truck. I think something like that, that's sort of like more niche and like cute and like smaller scale. I feel like it would be fun to sort of get into that, you know. But yeah. 43. What's something you can't do? Oh Lord. So many things. Something I can't do.
I'm ready to strike. We came prepared.
It's hard to not think of like things that are directly in line with like my undiagnosed mental illnesses or neurodivergency. Oh, math. I can't. I always hated it. I don't get it. It's just my brain isn't compatible with it. Like, yeah, math. Just math. Like, I have to use my fingers to count or to like make like simple, you know, subtractions or like whatever. Like, yeah, math. Math is a big one. Math fucks me up, yes. My brain just does not compute when it comes to math. Even learning numbers in other languages, oh Lord. Where was the best vacation you've ever taken? I've never taken a vacation. I've never taken a vacation. I've never been, like, I've done like all of my trips have been like 24-hour situations. So I've never taken a vacation. Maybe one day. What's one city you've always dreamed of traveling to? I know this may sound silly and may not, but a part of me says New York. Because I don't know, it may be the movie magic, it may be it may be TV, it may be all of that influencing that, but I would love to travel to New York, like have like maybe like a week sort of moment in New York and just sort of see the iconic places, or excuse me, you know, or even just like a couple of days. A week sounds too exhausting. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I've always dreamed of going to New York, but I feel like, you know, because of movies and TV, I feel like I've always sort of romanticized the idea, like, and then actually coming across people from the US and them being like, this actually sucks, it's not that great, like all these things, sort of has taken a bit of that shine away from that. But at the same time, like, there's still a part of me that's like, I want to go. You know, like, I kind of want to go, like, and just experience it, you know, like, Yeah, I feel like it would be cute to experience it, you know? I think I'm gonna remove this, actually, in hindsight.
Victor,
Hold on. Let me just organize this. I feel like movie New York is pretty accurate. They don't portray it as super clean or anything. They show it as kind of gritty. Yeah, they show it as like kind of gritty, but like, you know, still kind of fierce, but also a mess, but also like kind of iconic, but also kind of rotted, you know? Ooh, you really want to go to London. Ooh. I think London would be cute. It's I don't know if it would be necessarily in my top 5. Maybe it would be on my top 5. I don't know actually. Istanbul. Ooh. All right. Like living in New York sucks, but visiting is so fun. Okay, yeah, that's kind of okay. Okay, that's a good way to put it. What's something you always travel with? I don't travel that much, but I think a bottle of water. I mean, my essentials, like the essentials that I just mentioned, like a bottle of water. Ooh, definitely. Like if it's a plane situation, I am definitely taking like motion sickness, like a motion sickness pill. um because it actually works on an airplane, at least. Like it worked wonderfully. I actually was able to play on my Switch. Like, and I can never do that on like in a car or anything of the sort. And so yeah. Earphones, definitely entertainment. I have to bring like my Switch, or I would love to one day get a Steam Deck. Because definitely, like, I mean, I don't really travel, so I guess I would only get one whenever I eventually am more of like a traveling girly. But definitely something like that. Like stuff to entertain myself with, you know? And like water and like snacks, you know? Like something like crackers that's like kind of like, you know, they can sort of hold you over like a little bit of time, you know? So you don't like pass out or anything of the sort. Like even when I do a rental bike here, I have my headphones on. Yeah. Headphones make my ears too warm. And sometimes it's uncomfortable, but I like an earphone, yes. Favorite food? Or, you know, just like a food that you like a lot. I think pizza is mine. I said this yesterday and I'll say it again. Like pizza is that type of food where like I feel like with most foods I eat like a portion that seems reasonable and I'm like, okay, I'm good with that. And with pizza, there's no limit. I feel like I just eat a ton of it, and I feel like when I hit my limit, it's like too late. I'm like, oh shit, I've eaten too much. You know, like that's how I feel about pizza.
are you okay? I'm so exhausted.
Pizza is just great, in my humble opinion. Also, I need to equip something on Yukari and Juicy so that they can like get their SP healed every turn or something. Hold on. Restores a bit of SP every turn. A little bit. Restores some SP. Okay, I'll give that to Juicy. I'll give you Kari, the one that gives a little bit more. Okay. What does she have on? Mitsuru hasn't had a proper accessory this whole time. Not this. Oh, not this. Born to be basic, I fear. Not that. She said the limit does not exist. No, literally. Wait, hold on. I want to give her maybe the fire thing. And what does she have? Restore some HP each turn. Ooh, I wonder if I have something that heals a little more each turn. Maybe not. I do like this one, actually. That's good. Okay. Gumbo noodles. Ooh, alright. Delicious. Favorite dessert? I think mine is ice cream. I think ice cream is rather iconic. I love ice cream. That's all. That's all. That's all.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Favorite snack? Ooh, peach cobbler. Never had peach cobbler. I also like cake.
We're really high up now.
Baklava is so good. Ooh, never had that either. My favorite snack. I mean, you can't really go wrong with like chips, I fear. You know. If we ever meet up, you'll make me peach cobbler. Oh my god. Is the peach like cooked though? Cause I don't like cooked fruits. I know that sounds annoying, but I can't do cooked fruits. The peach is cooked. I would try it though for you. I would try it for you. And you may change my mind about it. Probably not. Ooh, wait a minute. I get ice cream with it. Okay. I'm back on board. Okay, I'm back on board. Well, yes. Yeah, a chip, like anything salty really is like a good go-to snack, I agree. Yeah. A dollop of a nice strong vanilla ice cream. Ooh, bitch. Okay, I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm on board for that. It's everything. I trust you. I trust you on that. What's a movie that made you cry? Oh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I was sobbing watching that. That movie made me cry every single liter of water in my body. Every single drop of hydration I had in me was gone watching that film. You bawled in the theater. I believe it. At the time I did a movie night on Discord and I was sobbing. Like I was like typing through my tears. I think the first one that really, another one is Up. If you know, you know. That movie will fuck you up. The name is Up. The movie will fuck you up. Ha 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 ha. Watch it. Don't support Disney though. You're still waiting for that. Oh wait, you're waiting to watch that for like whenever you're ready. It's really good. I super recommend. Yeah, emotionally ready. I get that. What's your favorite movie of the last 5 years? Again, probably Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't think there's any movie that has ever come any closer to like giving that much of like an emotional reaction out of me. Like for good, for like a it was a good cry. Wait, was that within the last 5 years? I think so, right? I think so. What's the one talent you wish you had? Languages. I wish I yeah, I wish I learned I wish I just knew languages. I just wish I knew languages like that, So I could watch like K-pop related content or like anything in any language and I wouldn't have to like hyper focus on subtitles, you know what I mean? I think that's my pick. The dream, right? Because sometimes like I'm watching something related to K-pop and I like I look away or I go on my phone and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? Like you don't know what they're saying if you don't look at the screen. Like what are you doing? Wish I was better at fast games like League of Legends and Street Fighter. Ooh. Yeah, I wish I was better at like fighting games too. That's a good one. I wish I could whistle. I can't whistle either. Well, I can't do it like I can't do a controlled whistle where I can, like hum, like do a melody or something of the sort. What's your favorite exercise? Nothing. I like walking. Or like dancing. That's not an exercise, but it's like a physical activity. I don't like traditional working out. So walking or dancing. I love to walk around. So walking and dancing. I would love to oh my god, this bitch. You know what? I will fuck you up. Dancing counts. Dancing is 100% exercise. Yeah, I need to. I want to get back into like just dance or something because I've been like very non-physically active, and I keep like my ideal scenario is to have like either a treadmill or one of those. My ideal scenario is to get like a sit and stand desk, and then have one of those like sort of like portable treadmill sort of moments so that I could like walk while like watching a show or while like editing or something like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't other than that I hate everything else. Exercising wise. What's your favorite band? I guess we don't have to go with band. We could go with like artist, musician. I mean, probably my all-time favorite is Britney Spears. If we're gonna go with like an artist, like Britney Spears is just like that girl to me. Like she like most of her discography still hits for me, and like she's like I don't know, she's just very special to me. Like I also have like the Pussycat Dolls in that same sort of realm where like I just love watching their performances, and I just, you know, but yeah, and also right now I would say 17, the K-pop group 17. A lot of their discography is really good, and I really enjoy watching them, and yeah. And they also make me very happy with the contents that they release, like a lot of like funny and upbeat things. Ooh, Yelly, French pop, all right. PCD are so good, yeah. It's a shame they can get their shit together. But you know, a similar one for me is also Danity Kane. Like I love them so much, but they just can't get their shit together.
Shadow spotted. What's the plan?
So, what is your favorite fast food order? Ooh. Well, considering I'm boycotting every fast food place I used to go to, I don't really have a favorite order anymore. Yeah, I don't have a favorite fast food order right now because every place that I've used to go to, is I'm boycotting. So I don't have one right now. Oh, we don't have Panda Express. I don't think they are in the boycott list, but I could be wrong. Chicken tenders and fries. I mean, yeah, a burger. To me, like fries, a hot dog sort of moment. Pizza. Yeah. What's something you don't want to be doing? Ooh, this is an interesting question. What is something you don't want to be doing in 10 years? Huh.
In this situation,
This is interesting.
fire won't work. Be careful.
Yeah, we have a lot of like good, like, we have a lot of like food trucks. And their hot dogs are fucking fierce. There's an element of like, you know, sort of like trashy to it. Like you're like, okay, but like they always hit. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to describe that. And I mean trashy complimentary. So what is something you don't want to be doing in 10 years? That's a really interesting This might, I don't know, this might be I don't know how deep I'll get with this. But I hope that in 10 years I'm not people pleasing as much. I hope that in 10 years I'm not really what's the word, like fretting. I hope I'm not really like people pleasing and just doing things for the sake of like it's tricky to explain, but like yeah, I would love to not be living with my parents or maybe if I am, it's because we've sort of upgraded in life or something. So yeah, those are a couple things, because I would love to continue either doing what I'm doing or sort of hopefully be on a path where whatever I'm doing has sort of evolved into something else, if that makes sense. Not that I have a particular path in mind, but yeah. I hope I'm not job hunting in 10 years. I would love that. I would love to be stable career-wise and all that. What is the cutest thing on planet Earth? Aww. The cutest thing on planet Earth. My viewers. Red pandas. I love red pandas. Pandas in general, I love them so much. So yes. And also my chat, you know, we'll go with that. No more masking. Yes, that's a good one. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. But that's a good one. What is the best thing? Oh fuck. I just got ambushed. What is the best thing that happened this year? Well, you know what? I'll say this. Getting banned by Twitch. Maybe it was the reset that I needed. It was the shift in direction that I needed. So I'll go with that. And my like return to streaming. And also in a personal the fact that I've been actively, you know, like going to places for the first time or experiencing things for the first time and taking Mama Ruby alongside me to do those, you know. Your move to Canada, nice. That is very nice. You've quit jobs to prioritize yourself. Hell yes. I love that. What's your favorite cocktail? I don't have one. Ooh, actually I lied. I don't know if it's much of a cocktail, but I like a sangria. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if there's a translation for that. I don't know if that's already a thing. But I like that. It's really the only alcoholic sort of thing that I partake in, I suppose. Like on like a special occasion, or you know. Okay, you got that. Okay, work. A Saint Germain Spritz. All right. Tequila Sunrise. I have no idea. Y'all are gonna have to describe those to me because I have no idea what that means. But I believe your judgment. As long as it's delicious, I'm interested. I don't know what's in it. They take the sun and make it a drink. Okay, work. Make it drunk. Love that. I'm not a huge fan of drinking in general. Like, drunk people piss me off. Like, I'm just not like, I'm not into drinking, to be honest. Which movie makes you laugh the hardest? Probably Mean Girls. I don't know if it still makes me like laugh super hard, but like if I'm gonna go with a movie that I know I'm gonna have a good time, no matter how many times I rewatch it, it's probably Mean Girls. You don't drink much either. You don't like being tired the next day. Yeah. A tequila sunrise is tequila's orange juice and grenadine layered to look like a sunrise. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Tangerine really got me laughing. Ooh, I haven't seen that. Yeah, mine is probably Mean Girls. What do you usually eat for dinner? Honestly, most dinners for me involve like a soup and then like some sort of accompaniment, either like a sandwich or a wrap or like leftovers, something of the sort. But it's usually like a soup is usually involved. What do you usually eat for lunch? I don't like to eat the same thing all the time. So I do like to vary. So it's really like anything, honestly. I don't have like a go-to lunch that I eat like every single day. So yeah, that doesn't really apply to me. Literally anything. Oh my god, okay, we're staying in the topic of food. So mashed things or chips and ramen. Okay, alright. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Haven't I answered this before? Breakfast for me is usually like a lazy breakfast for me is like a banana and like maybe yogurt or maybe like toast or like, you know what I mean? Like something like that. If I really feel like putting in a lot of effort, maybe like an egg sandwich or just like, you know, eggs in general or like cereal or something like that. I usually don't wake up early enough to have like a full-blown like breakfast because I usually wake up like not super far away from like lunchtime, so I usually just, you know, eat something to not pass out and then just go off on lunchina. Okay. I feel like we've done quite a lot of Tartarus, and I feel like it wouldn't maybe hurt for us to do maybe like a couple in-game days. Especially because I feel like our casts are kind of worn out. But maybe we can go actually... I think I can take Mitsuru out and add... I think I can add Ken and Koromaru. And I think we can work something out with them. And then once they're in the trenches, we can sort of leave for good. Because I want to climb as much as possible in like one sitting so that we don't have to like rush through it like last minute, you know what I mean? Yogurt with honey and a second espresso / latte. Ooh, I like yogurt. I like yogurt a lot. Oh God, what's your favorite thing in the world? Food. Food. I love eating.
Man, I didn't even have time to let loose and relax this new year.
I love to eat.
Enemy spotted. Please be careful.
So food. The way I was about to say food, it's true though. Like honestly, like when let's get through here, don't hold back. Okay. Honestly, whenever there's an event, like if I'm invited to go somewhere, I always think of the food. Like for example, tomorrow I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna help Mama Ruby pick something to wear. She's gonna go to like a friend's like marriage renewal dinner sort of situation. So I'm immediately, my first thought is like, what are we gonna eat tomorrow? You know what I mean? Like I am always like, okay, we're gonna go to that mall, so what are we gonna eat there? And I always like picture what I'm gonna be eating. That usually holds me over like social events as well, because if food is involved, chances are I am interested. So yes, that's my favorite thing in the world, eating. I love bridging communication gaps like language or tech that let non-vocal people make their mind known. Ooh, and food. I love that. I like that a lot. Gotta run to a meeting. If I finish, I will join you again later. Sounds good, Jam. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a good meeting. What's your favorite color? Red. I'm literally wearing it. My favorite color is red. I love red. It's not the reason my name is Ruby. But I love red. Orange. Orange is a good one. Why is your name Ruby? It's a nickname. Without wanting to I used to go by my real name online. But once I sort of I started making friends with once I started making friends with like American people, there were like a couple people that just couldn't say my name right, and so they nicknamed me Ruby, and it's similar enough to my name where that's always sort of been a little bit of a nickname. And it's funny because I've never really loved it. But especially being non-binary and everything, I feel like it just sort of like fits. It ended up like sort of fitting, and me being like, actually, the more that people would refer to me as Ruby, the more I would like it. And so when it came time for me to be like, I actually want like a proper username, actually, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Ruby. So I ended up just going with Project Ruby because, you know, like in gaming, when companies have like a prototype for like an upcoming console or like a secret project, they always have like a code name for it. So I loved that idea of being like Project Ruby. Or I loved the idea of like fitting project into it, and also because I was like, you know, my whole thing was that this channel was always sort of like a variety of different types of content. So for me, it was like it's kind of like a work in progress sort of vibe, but also sort of like a mystery, but it's also like me. I don't know. So I really liked that combination of just like Project Ruby. So it ended up just being that. It was either going to be that or Ruby's Room. So I don't know. I'm glad I ended up going with Project Ruby. Yeah. That's the lore. You ask and you shall receive. Feel like that on Javi. Short for Javier. Yeah. I can imagine. I hated the principle. I will say this. I hated the principle of like, I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just gonna give you a nickname. Like that has always sort of like rubbed me the wrong way, that sort of concept. But the reality is that I did grow into that name. So, you know, it ended up sort of working out, but yeah.
Pull the trigger.
You don't like nicknames in general either. Yeah. Yeah. I think learning someone's name is like a form of like love and support. Like taking the time to learn how to properly say somebody's name, I think is a very neat and mindful and demure like gesture. What are 3 words to describe living? Insert location here. 3 words to describe living in Portugal. Poor. Specifically Porto, I would say touristy. And I guess I'll say like I'll say warm, because I feel like generally speaking, people here are sort of trained, like especially like customer service people and stuff like that. We're all sort of trained to be kind and to smile a lot. And I feel like people are very helpful of one another. I feel like people are always willing to help one another out. And so I like that. And I would say that I feel like that describes Portugal fairly nicely, I think. In a college town, it's black and white conservative locals and more accepting students too young. We're about to say poor. Yeah, Portugal is one of the countries that has the lowest minimum wage. And it's also Lisbon specifically is one of the most expensive places to live in, I think, in Europe. So that's or one of the most expensive cities, I think. So that tells you what you need to know about Portugal a little bit. Low wages. It's very accessible for like, you know, tourists because it's very cheap for them to visit and stuff. But not necessarily too great for the locals. Do you like surprises? Usually no, to be honest. I don't like being taken by surprise, especially because I feel like most times, I don't know. I don't know. I don't love surprises. It really has to be some like, in order for someone to surprise me pleasantly, it has to be like someone that like really knows me very well and knows what I like and what I don't like. But it's a gamble. I like small surprises, as in like somebody makes you breakfast, like something that you really love, and you're like, oh my god, pancakes, how lovely. Like food surprises in a way, like if you really know what I like and like little things like that. But I don't like being told like, ooh, we're doing a beach day today. Like, no, I need to be mentally prepared for that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like surprises that are like super spontaneous and last minute, just sort of like, oh god, I didn't mentally prepare for this, you know? So it has to be like little things, like a little gift, or like a food sort of situation, like oh, I brought you cookies, like stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like small things that I don't have to mentally prepare for. It's probably a good way to put that. I like good surprises that don't involve shocking my nervous system. I get that. What's one thing you had to learn the hard way? One thing that I had to learn the hard way. I'm not sure, actually. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not sure. One thing I had to learn the hard way. I guess I don't know. I feel like whatever it would have been, like the thing that I would have learned the hard way, I probably blocked out of my memory. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I know that doesn't really answer the question, but I don't know because I probably blocked it out of my memory. You know what I mean? I can't even think of like a small thing that would be like a funny, like hee hee ha ha. Yeah, I don't know, girl. What's something you're tired of? Ooh. Something that I'm tired of. Generally speaking, I'm tired of it almost looks intentional incompetence in our world's leaders. Yeah. I would say that applies directly to things here locally and in my country, and I think it applies to stuff around the world, and I think everyone understands what I mean when I say that. 71. Who do you turn to when you're sad? Myself, because I love to keep things to myself. Yeah, I don't like to sort of unleash that upon others. I think whenever I sort of have it a little figured out, I like to sort of vent to people sometimes. Like friends and stuff, but like I usually like I usually kind of keep it sort of bottled in, or I just sort of feel my feelings on my own. Or maybe the very strongly worded like notes, like some like a journal sort of entry, if that makes sense. We're almost there, y'all. 72. What is a trend you would like to see disappear forever? It's not really a trend, but I would love to see. I would love for the normal. I would love it if it was no longer normalized to film and or take pictures of strangers on the streets or like out in public. 'Cause I don't like it. I don't like it when people take photos and or videos of strangers and they put that online for others to either make fun of or to judge or to drag or whatever the case may be. I don't like that at all. I don't like that we've sort of normalized that as like online. Like I hate that that's like a normalized thing that people can just feel like they can just like take videos and or photos of strangers and post those online. I don't like that. Okay, last question. Ooh, what did you want to do with your life at the age of 12? That's very specific. At the age of 12. So age of 12. So I'm 30. The age of 12 was when exactly? So that would have been, I would have been 10 in 2004. So 12 was in 2006. Ooh. As sad as this sounds, in 2006, I am pretty sure I didn't think of my future like that. I probably thought I was gonna die when I turned 20. I don't know. I just had this, I was convinced, I don't know why. I don't know if I repressed the reason why, but I was convinced I was gonna die young. So I thank you for listening to the 12 questions and what an upbeat sort of ending to that one, huh? Yeah, I don't know why. I thought I was fully convinced I was gonna die like at like 20 or something. Like I don't know. But when I was like a kid, like elementary school, I wanted to be a teacher. I also don't know where that came from. I think I just wanted to be a better teacher than the teacher that I had in elementary school, you know? I wanted for my students to feel better than how I felt, and I wanted yeah, so yeah. And like for a while there, like there were teachers that I liked. So I feel like there were also people that I was like, I kind of want to be like them a little bit, but no, I quickly sort of came to terms that that wasn't for me, you know. I'm not great at learning, and I'm also not great at teaching people things, so I kind of realized that like whenever my friends would like be like, oh, you have really good grades like for like English classes, so they're like, so like can you help me? And I would be like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I genuinely don't know how to like tell you how to do this, like, because to me I just go by what sounds right, and I know that doesn't make sense, but I just go with what sounds right in my head. And they're like, yeah, whatever. And I'll be like, it's true. Like, so yeah, I just go with vibes. Good job, everyone. Just a little bit more to the top. Please be careful. Oh, arf arf. What's wrong, Koro-chan? Is there something you want to tell us? Arf arf. Arf arf arf. I feel a strong sense of urgency from Koromaru. Seems like he's encouraging us. Oh, if Aigis was here, maybe she would be translating. Rough. Woof woof woof. Koromaru appears even more motivated now. I can sense everyone's strengthened resolve as we head into the final battle. I love that everyone is getting a turn to be like, you know, excited about what's ahead. That's fun. All set, Koro-chan? Then let's keep moving. Arf arf. Love Koromaru so much. I guess that's it for the questions. Do y'all have any like random questions that maybe you're curious about, or maybe something you like, I don't know, that you want to know about me or something? I don't know. It feels so like, ugh. Like, ask me like questions. Aren't you curious about me? Like, I don't know. It feels like kind of silly to be like, what do you want to know about me? I did like answering these questions. I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. I like, you know, to do that sort of thing. One of my actually the idea for my very first video on YouTube was the get to know me tag, but I was so nervous filming it that I just ended up like in front of my shitty webcam at the time being like, ugh, just like making sounds, and then I was like, wait, and just like being nervous, and I was like, oh wait, pretend to be over it. And then I just sort of made a whole thing of like rolling my eyes, and so my first video was like not even a minute long, I don't think. I don't know. It was so like random, weird. Just like what? But yeah, I basically had maybe like a mini panic attack filming my first ever YouTube video because I just got nervous and too in my head, but I'm glad I kept going. Oh Lord. All right, on to the next one. Try to prepare as best as you can. Huh? Isn't this in 9 floors? We'll be coming up a border floor. Could this be the last one? Let's find out for ourselves. Well, I hope it is. Also, is there a particular is there maybe a particular set of questions that you would like for me to like answer in the future? Like for maybe future like for like future situations like these? I don't know. People don't really do like those like sort of tags anymore where it's like the I don't know, 90s kids tag or whatever. People used to make a lot of videos like that. Hold on. Let me just check something really quick. Okay. I just needed to do a little refresh. Ding dong. Okay, hopefully I'm not gonna perish because I wasn't able to like save. So hopefully we'll be fine for a minute. But the stream has gone by so smoothly and juicily. I appreciate you. Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, because of how the game is sort of set up right now, I wonder if y'all would be interested in maybe me starting a new game soon, just so that I don't know. A part of me is kind of like, I probably should do a game at a time, but a part of me is like, maybe I should have something. Maybe I should pick up something else to do. Maybe I'll like pick a game to maybe do every Sunday or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Ooh, I want to sneeze. My mic didn't mute. Great. You're welcome, guys, for that free sneeze. You're so welcome. Okay, what is something that y'all are looking forward to this week, mayhaps? Is there like a particular thing that you're looking forward to? Anything in particular that like you want to do or you want to get done this week? I think for me, I'm still kind of torn, like I said, on whether or not I want to start a new game or something. And another part of me is excited. There's gonna be like an October, there's gonna be like some sort of like fall sort of like festivity, I guess, slash event soon in a place that I haven't been to in a long time, and I might be able to go to it. So I think I'm gonna do that on Saturdays. That should be cute and fun. If I do end up going, I will definitely post that on my Instagram, so y'all will know. But yeah, I don't. One thing, I think it was from yesterday's stream where I was sort of like answering these types of questions, and one of the questions was like a movie I've watched recently or something, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't watched a movie at all this month, so I probably I think I want to change that for no particular reason, just like watch something. Because I feel like sometimes I think of like watching a movie as like, oh my god, it's so long. But then I watch like, I feel like a similar amount of media that would take a similar amount of time to watch as like a movie, if that makes sense. So I'm like, oh, I probably could have watched a movie within the time that I, you know, played that game, or within the time that I don't know, within the time that I watched those YouTube videos or something, you know? Good work with that fight. We should be getting close to the finish line now. You fought your fair share of battles at this point. Anytime you're in a slump, just remember all the blood and sweat you put into this. I haven't sweat that much. No, that's untrue. That's deep. Well, I hope it keeps you motivated. Anyway, bottom line is, I don't want to have any regrets. I'll do my job to do the best of my ability, so you keep it up too, leader. I can sense everyone's strengthened resolve. They're just giving these away so easily. I love that. Sorry for interrupting in the middle of your streak. Keep doing what you're doing. There's no point holding back from here on out, so give it your all. I'm ready to anytime. Alrighty. Is that a two-way teleporter? It's not. Okay. Wait, it is a two-way teleporter.
I bet we'll find something good in there. Let's open.
I might be interested in taking it, actually. Just because I think we've done a lot of Tartarus today. And so I think it could be cute to like maybe do maybe 1 or 2 in-game days. Just to kind of break off like whatever we're up to, you know what I mean?
Marvelous.
I'll take the Twilight Fragments, please and thank you.
Very well.
I don't think I'll be doing any fusions. I'm not sure. But I do think that I'll do maybe 1 day in game, and maybe we'll do like an S-Link or something like that. Because I feel like we've done quite a bit. So let's call it quits for now. For Tartarus. And maybe we'll do like another day, and then next time I can have like another Tartarus sort of like deep dive. I've got a few messages. Okay, Suke wants to hang out. Good morning. Been feeling the burnout starting to creep up on me, so I'm gonna take some time for myself and go out. I know you're probably busy, but I'd love it if you joined me. Just let me know what you decide before this afternoon. Oh, we're certainly not hanging out with Kenji. I guess we can hang out with Keisuke. Let's do that. Keisuke is the art club kid. I've traveled outside of Japan a few times with my family. It was always a lot of fun, and I have a lot of great memories, but studying abroad is long term. I mean, I won't just be visiting, I'll be living there. Ew, not think of all the new girls. Think of all the new inspirations. You have a point there. I'm sure I'll encounter a lot of things that I wouldn't if I stayed here. Learning about different cultures could be an invaluable experience for a young artiste like myself. Hiraga seems impressed by my words. I feel like we became a lot closer today. That's nice. Oh, look, we're like drinking like a hot chocolate, I think. Or is that like an iced coffee? That might be an iced coffee, actually, because I think I see the ice in there. Oh, by the way, that fortune-telling book I got the other day was pretty interesting. There's a method called tasseography that tells your fortune through interpreting patterns left by coffee grounds. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. We chatted for a while longer before I decided to go back to the dorm. All right, we had a little... Juicy had a little coffee date with Keisuke.
Oh, welcome back.
I've been seeing a lot of graffiti and creepy posters around lately, and a lot of people have been acting weirdly too. I wonder if it's somehow related to Nyx. Hey, let's go to Tartarus. A month's gonna totally fly by, you know? Oh, that wasn't really a lot of... We didn't get to do too much this day. Akihiko wants to grab a meal. I think we still have 27 days, so I think we might go... We might take up Akihiko on this meal he wants to have. I think we'll be okay. We still have 20-something days ahead of us. I think we'll be okay. Just like the mystery doesn't take holidays, we reporters can't take holidays either. And I think I'm close to a real breakthrough on this one. I can't take a break when I'm this close. In this world, there's much filth. There is one reason we require salvation. At this rate, even when the salvation is at hand, the world will not be totally clean. We must continue to prepare for that day. Heaven has charged us with preparing for the salvation. Oh God. Our task is great and of vital importance. Do not disturb our work. Oh. That guy right there is popular because his faith is particularly strong. But he's so deep into it, it's hard to understand what he's saying sometimes. Girl, I don't think you want to understand. I think he's just a clown. I mean, I can't blame them actually, because the world is going to shit. Everyone is like a zombie, and so I think they're just holding on to something, you know? They just want to believe anything. Where the hell is Akihiko? Oh, he was at the station. Okay, work. There was some drive to clean the stations up, but I don't think it's working here. There's trash all over, bicycles scattered on the floor, but I'm not complaining. I like it this way. Oh no, not that. I don't like having a rank system and following orders, so I didn't think I'd like this cult either, but when I joined, not this. It wasn't like that at all. It's not a typical cult or some strict organization. It's just a guy sharing his beliefs and people who decide to respect him out of their own accord. So this cult isn't as strict as I thought it would be. I like that kind of freedom. Not that. Don't those who preach to others care about what people think of them? I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm not that kind of person. There you are. Are you free now? Yes, let's spend the evening with him. All right, have you decided what you want to eat? Mama, the world is ending and Juicy is like, "Ooh, let me go on a coffee date, let me go on a dinner date."
See you two are together again today.
Okay, and what's wrong with that? A cab. Oh. Oh, this is the cop that the one cop that helps us by selling us weapons.
No, I'm just helping patrol the area.
I was like, are they going to be homophobic? Like, why can't two dudes hang out?
You might have noticed already, but the city's been feeling a little differently.
Yeah, it's like there's like trash all over the place. People are like, there's a lot more zombinas. They're not really zombies. They're like, they're called in the game. They're called the Lost. So it's like people sort of like, I guess, sort of like possess. It's not really explained, but it's sort of like they're sort of under the effect of Nyx, I guess. And so every time we would fight like a major shadow, we would help them out. Like we would help them sort of out of that weird sort of mind space. But the whole thing with Nyx coming to Tartarus and Earth and stuff like that is the fact that apparently her whole thing is like turning everyone into that. So people would technically be all like sort of like under this like weird spell or this weird, like you're not really alive sort of vibe.
Thanks. You be careful too. At any rate, this is perfect timing. Something I've been wanting to ask.
Oh.
Recently, your friend here has been bothering me about my work.
What friend?
What he's up to, but I'm hoping you might have an idea.
Oh God, is he talking about bootleg Jesus? What are you talking about? Not a clue.
I just figured I should get to know Kurosawa-san better since he's been so
Oh, he's talking about Akihiko. Wait, did he say like your friend here? Oh yeah, he did. Oh. Oops.
And maybe I just want a bit of a reference for the future.
No, Akihiko wants to be a cop. Not this. A cab.
Eye on this guy for a long time, but I have to say, he's changed a lot this past year.
Yeah, trauma will do that to you.
You're doing. If it is, then I hope you'll keep looking.
Nope. It was just his friend dying and a lot of shit happening.
To get himself into trouble when you're not watching.
Ooh.
Oh, and just to illustrate what I mean, at the end of last year we had an incident where a large number of gang members were found knocked out at Naganaki Shrine.
You're welcome.
It seemed to be the result of a fight, but no matter who we asked, they all claimed it was their own fault. The attacker is still unknown. We thought it might have been a clash with another gang in the area, but some of our sources suggest there were only 2 culprits.
Well. Ooh, shit.
unbelievable considering their sheer numbers. Whoever did it must have been pretty.
Yeah, whoever did it sounds mighty iconic, if you ask me.
In the end, the victims were just a group of infamous punks.
Mm-hmm.
Probably pushed their luck one too many times and got what was coming.
They had it coming.
The other side acted in
They had it coming.
no injuries. We probably don't need to pursue this case any further.
Well, yes. Thank goodness.
I have no idea why the two of you would look so relieved.
The other option was not great either.
I may be an officer of the law, but I'm a human being first.
You should reconsider your career choice then.
Integrity who know how to use the power they're given. Then I'm not above helping that cause.
I think I'm starting to see the path I need to take.
Oh lord. No, Akihiko.
Thank you, Kurosawa.
Ugh. Not the boxer to police officer like
Just musing
pipeline. Mm-mm.
Things may have turned out fine this time, but you'd better avoid pulling a stunt like that again.
Who says we did that?
Nowadays, it's
We never said that.
for goons like them to carry guns.
Oh, not
Maybe
that.
it's inevitable given how connected the world is, but it's just seemed more dangerous lately.
Girl, things are not more dangerous because of how connected the world is. Ugh, I hate that sort of mindset. It's like people aren't bad because they've been somehow influenced by like outside sources. Like, no, people are just rotted everywhere, and it's not like, yeah. Anyway, um, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know.
I wouldn't be so sure. Against a gun, your best bet is to feint and approach from the side. Living abroad, though. Now that's a thought.
Oh?
I'll have a lot of freedom once I graduate. It might be fun to see how far my fist can take me.
Oh.
There he goes again.
It's an interesting set of words there.
Jokes aside, you certainly get a lot of opportunities when you're young.
I mean, he could be a professional boxer, you know what I mean? Like, that's an option.
Get together for a drink someday. Well, I'll be on my way.
Well, we're too young for that, but yeah, you go on your way.
Someday, huh? You know, I've had to do a lot of thinking about the future lately, what with entrance exams and all.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what path I take, I intend to keep on fighting.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that if you can do that in university, but like, you know,
Things out there I won't be able to do alone.
I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, he's like interested in like, he's like a boxer, right? Like, he's interested in that. So it's like, can you do that in university? You can pursue sports. Like, a lot of people do, like, for like they want to become like a gym teacher or whatever.
That's why someday I want to become a leader, just like
I guess he can eventually also like, he can go from like professional boxer to like teaching boxing.
well. I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got a job to do before that.
Yeah, that's assuming that we're all gonna survive.
France. I'm gonna fight for our futures. And
Well,
I'll make
yes.
my brother she'd be proud of.
Aw.
That reminds me. I should give these to you before I forget.
Wait, give what to me? Hand wraps?
Go ahead and use those if you want. I'll teach you how to wrap them later.
Oh? Why? Why did you give me this?
No particular reason. If you have those on, they'll stabilize your grip on your weapon during battles. Just take them for now.
Oh.
They're what let me use my fists to their full potential. In a way, you do the same thing for me.
Oh, that's gay.
All right? How about we end the night on a high note with some good eating?
Well, yes.
Now, don't be shy. I'll be taking care of the check.
Wow, generous.
For tonight, going strong for years to come.
Aww,
Your turn eventually.
that's cute.
All right, let's go.
Gay. The two of us ate and had a spirited discussion about the upcoming battle. You have forged a powerful bond with Sonata. You can now fuse Horus, the god of the skies. I wish we had like a proper S-link with him, but that will do. Beep beep. Got a text message from Fuka. If you don't mind, I know this is out of the blue, but if you don't have any plans, shall we go somewhere together? Let's do that. Well, yes. What are we doing? Oh, there's this soundtrack I've been looking for. Wow, I didn't expect to find it so easily. I couldn't find it anywhere online. This store isn't very big, but they seem to carry a lot of CDs that are normally hard to find. Oh, that's good. Oh, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. You know how there's a connection between sight and taste? I think there's a connection between sound and taste, too. Like when you hear steak sizzling on a frying pan or hot soup bubbling in a pot, doesn't it make you really hungry all of a sudden when you hear those sounds? Do you think it's possible to connect music and cooking in that same vein? Yeah, I think so. It's a I did that I studied like media and like communication and stuff like that in high school, and it's we were doing some sort of like school fair. Like we were basically like, I guess people were touring our school at the end of the school year for them to like potentially enroll next year. So every class sort of had like a little, like they had like stands and stuff put together. And my particular class, in my particular group, we were in charge of like Pavlovian stuff and how media sort of like you know, ties into it. So our whole thing is like we had like food commercials and stuff like that. So people, you know, when you watch those, you're like, ooh, that makes me really hungry. And like with sound, I think specifically our thing was like like video and like image, I think. So I just had to like, I basically just downloaded a bunch of like food commercials from YouTube and like in high quality, and I put them sort of on a loop of sorts. So I mean, yeah, it's very much a thing. It's like a Pavlovian thing where like you hear certain sounds and it makes you hungry, or you smell certain smells and it makes you hungry because you associate it with particular food, or certain visuals also can do that as well. So yeah, it's definitely a thing. Oh, I'm so excited now. Maybe I should do some research on it. Well, yes. She seems happy. I feel like we became a lot closer today. Just like how the quality of ingredients is important in cooking, I think it's the same with music too. Using higher quality equipment can help enhance and produce better sounds. I might go check out the home appliance store and see what they have in stock. That's nice. We went looking for appliances together before heading back to the dorm. I love that they're sort of like, you know, the world might be ending, but like, I want to buy a new album. I love that. Yes. Okay, I think this is where I'm gonna start wrapping up for the day. And I think next time we'll definitely go back to Tartarus, because I definitely want to do as much as possible, as quickly as possible, so that we don't have to worry about reaching the top of the tower within this specific time limit. So I want to do it pretty early on. So we're gonna be doing that next time. I still haven't decided whether or not I want to start a new game, and maybe we do this like once a week or twice a week, and we have like another game going on, or we have something else going on. I'm not sure. I might give it a try maybe on Wednesday or Friday, and I might give it a try to like do something else and see how I feel about like maybe not playing this game all the time. And I guess because I have these thoughts, I should probably look into that, because if I didn't feel like doing anything at the same time as this, maybe I wouldn't even have these thoughts. So maybe Wednesday will be a day where we do our first sort of like pick of like another game to do or something. We'll see. But yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday either way, whether it will be with Persona 3 Reload or with something else. You'll definitely know, and you'll get notified if you subscribe, if you press on that sub button and the notification bell. If you've enjoyed the stream, definitely click on that like button before you go. And you can also check out my other socials on in my description. And also you can find my Ko-Fi link. It's currently the only way to support me monetarily. So if you'd like to tip me on there, either a one-off tip or a monthly tip sort of subscription, you can do so on there. Thank you so much to Salika and Lotus, my current Ko-Fi supporters. You can do so for as low as €1 and for as high as you want. Yeah, I do like a monthly podcast on there as well. So yeah. Ooh. I'll see y'all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely start to your week. So bye, y'all. Have a good one. Ooh.